Well, g'day guys, it's Jeff Ware here, bikereview.com.au, and the latest toy I've been playing with is the 2017 BMW S1000RR Race. Now, no major changes for 2017 for the BMW S1000RR, which is a good thing, just lots of huge updates, I guess, mainly electronic. Major revisions were in 2015, and you can read that test on the site. That was geometry changes, a lot of engine changes, more mid-range, electronic updates, steeper steering angle, tilted engine, longer swing arm, and bits and pieces, which really improved the S1000RR because it always had a lot of power. I've tested every model since the very first one. I remember going to the world launch, it must have been 2009, the end of 2009, over in Portimao in Portugal, and I thought, wow, this thing is an absolute missile in a straight line. Just didn't like going around corners that much, and it's improved tenfold since those days. I even had the pleasure of riding our own Aussie Troy Corsa's World Superbike back in around 2011, and that was an eye-opener. But I've got to say, this latest version, the S1000RR Race, to me, it feels like as good as a World Superbike was, back then. So what you get is a lot of the up-spec electronics packages. You get the race ABS, part of the ABS Pro. So it's a linked brake system or a semi-linked brake system. It's got DDC. It's got gear shift assist Pro, and a bunch of other stuff you can read about. Forged aluminium wheels, and a single seat only, no pillion pegs. It's even got a quick race shift switch over for the gear lever, so it's a serious track weapon, but read the whole thing on bikereview.com.au because there's lots and lots of technical specs I can't cover in a quick video. But just quickly, it was an absolute hoot to ride. I covered a wide range of conditions, around town, wet weather, through the twisties in the rain, in rain mode. Had Pirelli Diablo Rosso 3 tyres fitted, which are a road sports touring tyre really, not the OEM equipment you would get on the bike. But look, they're pretty good. They were good in the rain, that's for sure. We've been testing those long term as well. You can read that test separately on our website. A bit of wet weather riding in rain mode. The brakes are fantastic. Lots of modulation feel and heaps of initial bite, but it's easy to control that with the ABS there to back you up, which is fantastic. But as things dried out, that's when I really got stuck into it on this thing. I headed west of Sydney through some really tight first and second gear switchbacks to start with, where it was amazing. Where you look is where the bike goes, on or off the brakes. Lots of support from the DDC, that's in sport mode. And support on the gas as you accelerate hard off the turns with the DTC working, up through the quick shifter box, and that suspension really gives you the support you need in the back, and the bike remains stable as well, so it's fantastic. And as I got out of town, right out and out into the really fast stuff out in the countryside, on some bumpy roads that I normally just wouldn't take a sports bike on because I'd just do my back in. I mean, I'm talking really nasty bumpy stuff and fast. This is where I was really sold for the first time, I think, by the DDC, because both wheels remained planted on the ground, the bike remained composed, balanced, stable, and the ride was just simply amazing, really, I have to say. Best electronic suspension I've ever experienced on a fast bumpy road, I can tell you that much. So I was really impressed there. And then out of there onto one of my favourite flat, smooth, twisty roads, flipped it into race mode, and really started to push there. I didn't feel any difference in power or acceleration versus sport, but what I did feel was more suspension support. And unfortunately, I found the limit of the Rosso 3s around that point, so I just popped it back into sport and backed it back off a bit. If I had a set of sticky, Super Corsas or something like that on it, I would have really been able to experience that there. A fantastic bike. I left all the mode presets as standard. I thought that was great. The preload was set standard. Dash really complicated, found that quite hard to read, and I always have, apart from the tacho. Switchgear, typical BMW, very complex, but everything is there that you need. You just need time to learn them. I mean, I read the owner's manual, it was about 250 pages, I read the whole thing, and look, I reckon around 80 pages were just on the dash, the onboard computer. Very complex motorcycle, and there's a lot you can do with it. So yeah, quality of finish, typical BMW. Can't find any faults there at all. Beautiful paint, beautiful decals, welds, machining, anodizing, all that type of stuff. Top spec suspension, of course. Brembo brakes, of course. Forged aluminium wheels, all the good stuff. And there's a lot of accessories, of course, available to customise this bike, and the new colours are fantastic too. So for just under 26,000 bucks plus on road, you know, what you get is a lot of motorcycle, and especially if you compare brand name quality products on it and the technology you get with the bike compared to some of the competition, it certainly is really good value. So we've scored it quite high in the value there, as the prices of the other 1000cc bikes are kind of coming up. Anyway, for the full review, you really do need to read the article on bikereview.com.au, because there's just so much to this bike. Next time we get it back, we'll do a track test and see how it goes there. We'll give the launch control a try, and we might even have a play with the pit lane limiter just for giggles. Well, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, share it, comment, even tell us about your own BMW's experiences, and you have a fantastic day. Thanks again for watching. Bye.